I am going to attack Maxed Town Hall 17 bases to showcase all of the new content for the update, whilst teaching you the best attack strategies for Town Hall 17, starting with the throwers. The new troop is great for any smash style attack, and I like to pair it with the Grand Warden since it does have good range, especially alongside the Fireball. If you are going to be making purchases for the update, remember you can support a creator beforehand by pressing the C in the top right. My code is Judo and it is much appreciated. You can also do this on the Supercell store, as purchasing over there will earn you extra rewards. So I want to get the Fireball onto the Expo. If I start my Warden Walk at the side here, we should be able to take down a couple of these defenses first, and maybe we need to use one or two invisibility spells. This is an attack strategy I loved at Town Hall 16 and that of the Super Witches, and the throwers transition into this perfectly. Okay, so once he goes for the defenses, I thought he was going to go to the air defense next, but essentially you're trying to carve a path in the base. You can use just the Warden Walk, or you can use the Fireball, and then you're pulling the Warden with the throwers afterwards. Might have to turn the multi-archer tower invisible, but actually after this air defense, we should be able to hit the Expo. So there's the Fireball and the Earthquake. Let's quickly get the throwers in. That should pull the Warden. Come on. Yes, he's nice and safe. So then you're just looking to wall break these into the base. You can use the King to counter funnel on the bottom, so he moves down towards the throwers. Continue to wall break in this section, and then we're using the Archer Queen on the outside of the base. Continue to use balloons just to check for healers. This strategy we obviously used to use with druids, but following their nerf at Town Hall 16, it is a lot easier to use healers. We've wall broke the queen in towards that new hero hall. I will be showcasing the Minion Prince in a different attack. We've got the jump spell now to get into the middle. See whether we can get through the clan castle. I didn't bring a poison spell. Continue to use my druids on the outside, and then we just need to rage everything up. I was a little bit late on the invisibility spell, but the king ability helps us through the core anyways. Now at this stage, I'm trying to hold my queen ability because typically it runs the healers just hit air mines. We've got the RC reinforcing, and I think the spells need to be used for the throwers. They have a lot of hit points, so as long as you keep the healers raged, they should be able to power through the major defenses at Town Hall 17. You might have to just constantly turn them invisible as well, which is what I've done here. Get the Town Hall down easily. RC is doing a nice job over that area, and I think the freeze might be best to use on the multi here because of the damage it's able to do on multiple of my troops. At this stage, we've got some cleanup troops. The queen is moving around the outside, but for this attack strategy, it's very similar to the Super Witches at Town Hall 16. You're just looking to carve that path, have the throwers move into the middle, and make sure that the queen is providing a funnel on the other side of the base, so you have a narrow path for your throwers to move through the middle. That's why I wanted to not use my queen's ability earlier, as if there was a bunch of red air mines on the outside of the base. Okay, that's attack strategy number 1, but the next one is helpful for air attackers. The Electro Dragons, everybody's favorite. They did get a new level for Town Hall 17, and I will show you them alongside the new hero, the Minion Prince. Notice the center of this base. The cloned balloons will crush this, and I always like to set up air attacks with a giant arrow. We should be able to get, yes, the air defense at the back as well. Royal Champion can pick off the air defense at the top, and then as long as we funnel the left side with the baby dragons, E-dragons should move to the center. So let's get the E-dragons in alongside the balloons. I'll show you the ability order that I like to do. Warden, Minion Prince, Battle Blimp. Eternal Tome will protect all of the balloons and the Battle Blimp as it moves to the center. Triangulate the clone spells around the Town Hall. There's no Giga Bomb with the Town Hall, so they will crush this base. Then we still have the Minion Prince ability. Queen's taking a bit of damage, so let's freeze and use that Minion Prince ability to freeze everything. We should rage the Queen as well because we need her to stay alive through the flank. We do have the Rage Gem on the Grand Warden for the Electro Dragons. But did you see the freezing effect of the Minion Prince? Just make sure you take note of the direction he is facing so that you do freeze what you want to. Might not get this monolith from the queen. Come on, because that would definitely help us. Oh my goodness, we got it. Yes, we do have Electro Dragons spread out though. Minion Prince still alive because, as I explained in my sneak peek video breaking down the update, the Minion Prince is a flying archer queen. He deals a lot of damage. But this is going to be another 3-star. Let's show you arguably the easiest ground attack for Town Hall 17, which does include the thrower as well. The Yetis and throwers. You can use super giants, golems, any tank out in front of the thrower, but I always liked the Yeti and super archer attack. This works great as well, and I will use the revive spell here just to showcase it in this video. So let's do this. I'll start with an ice golem either side, a line of Yetis all down the base, a line of throwers down the base, king, queen, warden, and log launcher. I told you this was an easy strategy. And then we're going to save the royal champion because we will use that on whichever flank we need to support. Let's use a double rage warden ability to protect the log launcher as well. That giga bomb will not then deal damage to our troops either. And I will probably freeze that location. Let's also, I don't think we're going to send the royal champion in yet. Let's use the king's spiky ball through the center. And where do we send the RC? I think let's freeze the cannon and Firespitter. Always trying to get used to the new defensive names. Let's use the queen ability for the healer puppet. And then we just need to monitor as we move through the base here. So it really is spell management that helps this attack succeed. So a lot of the throwers, or a lot of the Yetis, have gone down already. Let's freeze the monolith, rage here, and use the jump to get us over. We've got the earthquake, and we do have the revive spell as well, should we need it. We've got a root rider going to break open the wall. Let's use the RC ability now. We can use the earthquake spell, and then the revive we might be able to use on the RC. She survived, which is fantastic. Or, she goes down, but it also preserves any spears that she had. Looks like, yeah, she had one long-range spear left over. Maybe she had more. 2, 3... And that is why the revive spell is really cool. I think it's difficult to use in a lot of attack strategies, but it is extremely fun. And the fact that it preserves the rest of your hero ability can come in extremely handy. Exactly as you just seen with the rocket spears. So we will be able to clean up the rest of this base. Just like previously with this strategy, it's not the most controlled attack, but it's really easy just to dump your troops in. You do have to be a bit flexible with your spells, and it can still be super strong here at Town Hall 17, but let's show you how you can get creative at this level as well. The dragons and dragon riders both got a new level at Town Hall 17, so the HyDra is very effective, but you don't always have to use it in the traditional way. This is a strategy I came up with for a war versus carbon fin, and it worked. So I have reloaded the base to show you it in this video. So I start out with the royal champion at the bottom of the base to set up my fireball. I am going to recall the royal champion because I don't want her luring the clan castle troops. So once she has taken out the expo and then the bomb tower, I can pull the royal champion back to my troop bar, and that sets up my fireball quite nicely. So I need to turn 2 buildings invisible, and you have to do this quick as well in order to, get the fireball to work. Invis, fireball, earthquakes, Queen's Giant Arrow. Then that helps to get the town hall down. We can then pull the warden across with dragons on this side. Just try and keep an eye on the queen there. Make sure she is good. Take out those to funnel. Dragon riders moving in. And I will use my minion prince to sideswipe a little bit here as well. So let's turn the queen invisible. Let's rage. Because, again, I'm going to use a delayed Minion Prince ability to try and help with the back end of the base here. Let's send in the RC now. Keep an eye where the Minion Prince is. Now let's use that ability to freeze everything. Look at that. We just keep an eye here. We can rage the dragons. We can turn the RC invisible. This base is going to be crushed. Having the Angry Jelly on the Minion Prince meant he could easily keep up with the dragons, and I held the ability so that we could use it towards those back-end defenses. I will be using the dragons a lot at Town Hall 17, and I always like to bring you a maxed gameplay video which teaches some of the best attack strategies. But if you want to see my full breakdown of the Minion Prince and how the new hero system works, I have that video linked on your screen. Enjoy Town Hall 17.